My name is Puppetine. Hello, here on the Geeky Puppet Show. Here, glad to see you. And of course, joining me as always for Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series or season, we don't know, finale, is of course Zach.
What's up? Actually, yeah, let me fix that real quick. There we go. There. I gave myself a Star Wars name. So it's not my best work. I know.
No, it's certainly not. I mean, you
work.
could have tried, I guess, maybe Obi-Wan Zakobi. Nah, that's not really good.
No. You know what? I'm just gonna go with the old favorite here. There.
That's nobody's favorite.
Oh, that's mine. I like Chewbacca.
No, your best one is a Zack of the Clones.
Oh, that's right.
Would have been far more fitting. You could have done it last episode too.
I guess I could have, but
yeah. Unless the evil shows up. I know. I need to get myself a nice set of black robes to wear.
Yeah, I realize. Yeah, you haven't used that name once this whole show.
I know. Well, there's a very good reason why I'm using it today.
That's true.
But we'll get into that. First, we're going to go ahead and address, before we get into the recap of this episode and our personal thoughts, overall, is this a good series? Obi-Wan, for the most part, has been solid. It's been good. I will say that. There are definitely some bumps in the road, and it's certainly rough around certain edges, but overall, the grand scheme of things, it is a solid show. I would definitely say it's not bad. Absolutely not. But
it's not offensively bad. No, it's not. No.
Yes, I don't think it's simply bad or simply good. It's kind of it's all right. It's better than Boba Fett ended up being.
That's true. Yeah, I was saying it's better than half of Boba Fett and slightly under the other half of Boba Fett, or at least tied with the half of Boba Fett that was about the Mandalorian. It's about tied with that. So
I mean, yeah, episode 5 and 6 of the Book of Boba Fett is some of the best Star Wars there is, and then there's episode 7, and that's there.
Yeah, that is there. But no, the show, no, it definitely does have its good part. I think the back half of the season or the series, whatever this ends up being, is definitely better than the first half. Kenobi kind of digs deep and I guess finds his force and because actually that's something I had mentioned to you actually backstage. It didn't mess up with the lore and the pre-existing canon as much as I was afraid it was.
No. There will definitely be people that are like, oh, but if she met Ben when she was a little girl, why does he say you served my father in the future? That's a line. Come on.
And even still, I could see her saying that even if she'd already met him, just because the way she phrases it, because I was thinking about that too. I was like, she's coming to him asking for help. She's kind of using it as part of a diplomatic plea. I could see that. I actually was thinking about that.
Yeah.
That doesn't mess it up too much for me.
She's a little girl right now, and she's going to be a grown woman whenever she calls upon old Ben again. So, it doesn't. It's just people looking for a reason to complain, and you're going to find people like that.
Yeah.
In the overall branch of canon, does it ruin everything? No, it doesn't ruin anything. You could go without it, and I think that's honestly the weakest part of the show.
Yeah,
this show, I can enjoy it absolutely, but it is not necessary at all.
Yeah, it's definitely that is probably the worst way that you could phrase it. It's not a necessary show. Yeah.
Yeah. But that doesn't make it bad. It doesn't make it any good. But okay, well, that's what you think. Oh, there's a Young Justice book, Zach. It's offensively bad.
Yeah. This is Star Wars talk, Frog. Yeah. We'll talk about comics tomorrow.
Yeah. You can be your comic book frog self at another time. Okay.
This is 3:00 in the morning. Zach didn't notice things in the show. I'm not going to notice things in a comic book right now.
But we should go ahead and start addressing
we should talk about the show. Yeah, we should talk about the wrap up. Yeah.
Well, where we left off, they were running away. Ah!
Flying away, technically.
Flying away. Ah! Yes, flying away in their ship. Their hyperdrive was not loaded up, but they were managing to get away. But now Darth Vader is hot on their trail. Though that's not actually how we start out. We actually start out on Tatooine because Reva survived.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. How does Reva just magically gets to Tatooine from the planet she was just defeated on? That part was a little But yeah, she shows up on Tatooine and she knows there's a guy named Owen who has a kid, so she's trying to find this farmer named Owen. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
which, if she took the time to remember, it was just about the day before yesterday, and you were talking to Owen, threatening to kill him.
Yeah.
And his family.
That's true. She did. You think she would know? Does she know his name? I don't remember that far back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
because she asks it, and he's like, Owen, and she's like, okay, Owen. Yeah. You know that way of doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
But that is in the grand scheme of things. Owen actually gets to learn from this from not a neighbor, but someone in the village that sees him. I'm going to be honest right now. Young Luke, if you're expecting anything from him as the scale of Leia in this show, you are expecting wrong.
Yeah, Leia was pretty much the star twin in this one.
Which is okay. I'm okay.
Which is okay.
She deserves a little time to shine.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I would have liked to see some some balance of the Force, balance of the Twin Force. But no, I think with what they were going,
he's going to save the universe in like 8 years, Zach. It's okay.
And then he's going to master Oogway out of existence. But
we're not going to talk about that trilogy. That doesn't go right here. Yes, the flow. that is right, Maranya. Yes, the amount of people that seem to survive getting stabbed with a lightsaber have gone up.
I am not convinced Mace Windu is dead. You cannot convince him. He falls
Neither is
out
Samuel
of a
L. Jackson.
He falls out a window. Big deal. Lots of people fall in Star Wars, and they use the Force, and they live. I'm not convinced Mace Windu is dead.
I mean, it's in his name, the Windu. He should know how to go
to the Windu, to the wall,
to the walls.
Okay, never mind.
No, you're not going to finish that, are you?
I'm not going to finish that at all. Nope.
Tillium, I don't think it was cringy at all. As we were about to go through it, Valar's pretty much set up, getting ready for Reva. The important part is actually on the ship, because Obi-Wan figures out that things aren't going well. The ship is going to end up eventually giving in to the blast from the Star Destroyer on their tail. And so Obi-Wan says, he wants me. That's what he wants. He wants me. So I'm going to go. He tells Kingo from Eternals, hey, you're in Star Wars now. You need to protect Leia. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, the liar and the fake Jedi con artist. Yeah. I mean, in his defense, the only other trustworthy person besides Roken did die in the last episode, so he didn't really have a whole lot of options for who's going to watch Leia.
I did love that joke, though.
That was
joke. Well, can you trust a con artist and a fake Jedi? And he's like, it's good enough for me.
Right.
That'll do.
Yeah, it was all right. And then, actually, now I'm thinking about it, that whole scene with the Star Destroyer chasing them, it does seem to mirror the opening scene of A New Hope, where they're chasing Leia. I was just thinking about that. I was like, yeah, that is kind of like that first shot. But yeah, it's funny, too, because they all want Obi-Wan to stay, and you can clearly tell, you can see the logic in Obi-Wan's thinking. Like, Vader is clearly going to chase him. He doesn't care about all the people.
No.
So, but they're all like,
Nobody
"No,
else is
you should stay
important.
with us." Exactly.
Even
Well, the Inquisitor wants to chase after them,
the
but
Inquisitor, what does he know?
well,
Gosh, I don't
okay,
care how grand he is. How
that's
many
true.
Jedi are there left in the galaxy at this point? If
More
you
than he
end the
thought.
path, it doesn't matter. The Jedi are done. It's been 10 years, people. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. That is true. You make
So
a good
so
point.
when Kenobi does finally, he has his heart wrenching goodbye. Lola is kept with him, because Leia sneaks it on to his into his bag or whatever.
Puts it in his pocket or something.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Lola's there. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
When he goes away and the Inquisitor is saying, no, we can go after these. We don't need one Jedi. That's the one Jedi left, buddy. And Vader pretty much tells him, this isn't just any Jedi. You sit down. We're chasing after him.
Mm-hmm.
Take a seat.
Yeah.
You say take a seat. It's about damn time.
See.
That's right.
But all this leads up to we get what I think is the best part of the episode, where Obi-Wan leads Vader to this unnamed planet, and they have round 2. And I was
Round 3,
watching.
technically.
Is it round 3?
I mean, if you count the first fight of Mustafar, round 1.
Oh, that's right, Mustafar. Okay, well, round 2 in the show, but you're right. Overall, round 3. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they go down there, and I was, the choreography I thought was awesome. It was very well done. You pointed out the thing to me with the lighting, which I didn't notice at first. Now I'm going to be agitated. But
yes, it bothered me quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not enough to ruin the fight, because the fight was awesome. You get to see Darth Vader and powered up Obi-Wan Kenobi battling it out once again.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But if you notice, especially with the blue lightsaber, it is really rough. The lighting surrounding it just seems to be off. And that doesn't mean like I said, it doesn't ruin it for me. It's just something I noticed. They'll probably fix it later on, because that's what Disney Plus does. Oops, we made a mistake.
Yeah. I did think it was cool when Obi-Wan goes to fight him. He does do that whole pose he does with like the 2 fingers and then the lights. That was cool.
I loved the first line from Vader whenever he walks down and he sees Obi-Wan waiting for him. Have you come to destroy me, Obi-Wan?
Mm-hmm.
And Obi-Wan says, I'll do what I must.
Yeah. Again, kind of mirroring from, I guess that's from Mustafar from episode 3. Yeah.
He even says, then you'll die.
Yeah, exactly. So,
you know what I was expecting, though, because the fight halfway through, Vader just cracks the earth below the ground.
He does. Dude, Vader's force powers in this, that's been one of the coolest parts. We saw him rip a space shuttle from the sky, and then just rip it apart last week, and now he's like actually like making craters in the earth. That's pretty awesome.
I mean, last week he got to pull down a ship without even breaking a sweat. Everybody else has had to sweat it off, but no, he just goes ahead, uses both hands, crashes it down, and rips out walls.
Yep. And he's just like burying Obi-Wan alive with rocks and boulders and stuff. That was.
You know what I expected him to say for half a second, right?
Oh, how do you like this sand?
No, I expected him, when looking down at Obi-Wan, to say, "It's over, Obi-Wan. I have the high ground." It was right there. It was right there. I could feel it. That
would have been too memey. There were some meme moments in here, but that would have been too much.
Listen, it would have been too much. Yes, I agree. At the same time, it would have been it was right there, okay?
Just wait for it. Somebody's gonna come along and they're gonna screenshot it and everything. It's gonna be great. We'll be fine. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Puppeting, make those bantha babies.
Make those bantha babies. There were no banthas.
Make those bantha babies. No banthas.
There was Obi-Wan's Eopie camel.
Eopies.
Yeah, but no banthas or dewbacks actually. It's kind of sad.
Well, you can say Gus Fring is greater than Vader, but then you have to look at this. Vader doesn't sweat. His armor has excellent AC. That's right. For as crispy as Anakin got, Gus Fring didn't seem to last long with it.
That's yeah. That's good point.
Anyway,
good point. There's also this really cool scene when Obi-Wan is not going to kill him, but like his final strike that he does, like cuts half of his helmet off. It's actually a lot like that duel in, I think it's in Rebels, when Ahsoka cuts Vader's helmet in half. I'm just not realizing Vader goes through several helmets. But there's like Hayden Christensen, and you can tell when he talks, his voice is like half Hayden Christensen and then half James Earl Jones. And
it was so great.
That was pretty gnarly, because it was also like he was kind of giving Obi-Wan some peace, because he's like, you didn't kill Anakin, I killed Anakin. And it brings it back to kind of that certain point of view lie that he tells Luke, where he says Darth Vader killed Anakin Skywalker. There's that.
Yeah, you're right.
You kind of
somehow you've made a show that's not necessary a little more necessary than before.
Little bit more necessary. Yeah. So that part was really cool. That was really neat.
I mean, I was just looking at a little bit of the, somebody pointed out a part of the Revenge of the Sith novelization where Obi-Wan, after defeating Anakin, tells Yoda, I want to die, pretty much. He pretty much says, I should have died then.
Yeah, the novelization is pretty amazing, actually. As good as the movie is, the novelization goes hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
And pretty much after seeing Vader in this state, he does what he did on Mustafar. He
just ups and leaves him for dead and pieces out.
I mean, he left him for dead more last time. He should have just gone ahead and gone for the arms and legs that he cut off last time, just a little more effort. But no, instead, he just leaves him there. Yep. And then he senses something wrong with Luke. Luke's told to pretty much run. I'm not going to waste time here. The Lars tell him, you know what happens when we say run, you run. He does that, and he ends up falling and knocking himself out on a rock.
Well, Reva uses the Force and pushes him off a cliff, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Reva bullies children. And then she goes in to, presumably try to kill him, and then she's like, oh wait, I'm becoming like Vader was back in the temple. And so she does not kill Luke. She actually brings Luke back to Owen and Beru and Obi-Wan. So yeah, Luke lives. Big shocker.
And guess what, Froggy? I live too.
That's right.
So pretty much what this sets up is, at this point, Reva is going to go do whatever, and they just leave it as whatever. Obi-Wan tells her, "You're free. We both are."
Yeah.
Okay. Free to do what?
He says, well, that's up to you. It's the very open-ended, obvious, like I think the rumor is that Reva's getting her own spinoff show.
She might have, if they had managed to make her intriguing even slightly. Listen, there's no hate towards the actress at all. And anybody who sends hate towards the actress is just really a pathetic human being, not worth your time. But at the same time, this character is just not good. Not really good. Even with, I like her a little more with the backstory, but how they presented her, they knew what they were doing, and they failed her completely.
Well,
and
it's like I said, this character was better when she was Asajj Ventress, who was raised by a Jedi. And
I don't really see that, but
I just from all that I've read about Asajj Ventress, you could have put her in there instead of Reva. You would have had nearly identically the same story.
Everybody else says the second sister, which I haven't finished Jedi Fallen Order, so.
Oh, yeah, the second sister. Yeah, that's right. You could have used the second sister. You could have, I mean, if you really wanted to, I know they brought in Grand Admiral Thrawn. They could have brought in Mara Jade Skywalker. Well, they couldn't have. No, they couldn't have.
No, that wouldn't have made sense, would it?
Yeah, it wouldn't have. No. Their stories are also similar, but it would have been weird with the timeline. But no, yeah, it's just, like you said, though, her character's just, it's not, it's like we were saying, not necessary.
Yep. Obi-Wan at the end here, he gets a quick goodbye with Leia, gets to return Lola, and basically says, "Well, you know what? You have a good life, kid. By the way, Jimmy Smits, you know
Jimmy
where I am if you
Smits!
need me. Bye."
I did laugh. There was the great thing where he's like talking to Leia. Leia's like, "Well, what are you gonna do now?" And Obi-Wan's like, "Well, what do you think I should do?" And Leia's like, "I think you need some sleep." It's like me every Sunday when I'm talking to a kid in my church. What do you think I should do when I get home? You should take a nap. You look tired.
Yeah.
Darn kids.
No, Ed Brewer. I'm not saying everybody that hates on this show
No.
is a pathetic human being. I'm saying people that go and attack an actress, or not attack, go and leave just troll messages in their DMs with hateful crap. That's not necessary, ever.
Well, because here's the thing, too. It's not necessary. It's not the actress's fault that the role is as bad as it is. That's the writer's fault.
And we're pretty pathetic human beings, especially me because I'm a puppet. But we're not. True. We don't hate anyone like that because of stupid things. And there are sadly people in this world like that, and Disney will use that as ammo, but it doesn't make anything inherently bad. That's all I'm saying.
Why do we let the frog on here? The things that he just puts in the chat.
I don't know. Why do you think I don't put most of them up?
I just don't like this. It's just I don't want to go to sleep now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that the character is just like we said, like the show, it's just not interesting or not necessary.
So I'm telling you right now, there will not be the closest you will get to a Reva series, I believe, is maybe a comic book run, a 6-issue mini-series next year by Marvel Comics. And you know what? Maybe it'll be more interesting.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think this team, while they did a decent job sometimes, they really just lacked direction. And that's not saying Deborah Chow is a bad director, because we saw what she did on Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen her episode of Better Call Saul. Great. Fantastic.
She directed Better Call Saul? Oh, okay.
I believe she's the one who directed the one what's it called?
I'll find out. I'll Google it while I'm here.
It's the one something stupid. Yeah.
The episode is called Something Stupid.
Well, it starts out with that song. You know the song Something Stupid, right?
Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, she also directed an episode of Lost in Space. Oh, that's cool.
Lost in Space.
That was a cool show. Maranya said she said something nice and it was skipped.
I'm going to say that. Yeah, I think a friend of Zach's, what's his name? You know the one based off of a bunch of little squares.
Pixel
square. Yeah, that guy, the pixel guy.
That guy.
He made a whole long post talking about how, listen, what people will go into and say in somebody's DMs, they are just cowards. They're pathetic cowards. But that doesn't mean that you can use this to make me like this character. You won't. You did a bad job. That's not the actress's fault at all.
Nope,
she should not be attacked in any way. But you're not going to convince me that a character is good just because of this.
Exactly.
X, Y, and Z have nothing to do with.
There's no correlation between the two. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yep.
Yes, Orc War Chief reviews. Well, I don't know how to say it in the Orc tongue, but welcome, Orc Chief. What?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything.
Listen, you got to respect to your fantasy folk.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. We do.
6 seems to be the new normal.
Yeah. Well, with the Disney Plus shows. Or at least the live action ones.
Boba Fett was what's it called? Oh, it was
Boba Fett
7.
Was it 7? Oh, okay.
Mando was 8. 8.
I want to say.
The first season was just 8.
The first season was 8. The second season must have been around that. But like you look at the MCU shows, Hawkeye was 6. I think Loki was 6. They at least seem to be centering around that number. Like, I
don't know. I think She-Hulk was supposed to have 9, or maybe does have 9.
She-Hulk is supposed. I thought She-Hulk was supposed to have like maybe 10 or so. I think it was double digits for She-Hulk. We'll have to wait and see. But
yeah, no, I absolutely agree that they are using that. But you know what? Yeah. I'm not going to jump and say that those DMs were manufactured. It manufactured in the way that maybe some Disney intern sent them. Maybe. I mean, that's putting on a real metal hat, though. I'm not.
That's a real big aluminum.
I just know that when you get some form of notoriety,
propitious.
Yes, propitious. That's right. Where's Eric Brain when you need him?
Asleep.
Yeah, that's right. He's saying when you get some form of attention on the internet, there are going to be trolls out there who say the stupidest little bullshit, and I'm it's too late to be censored. Yes. And I know that she might only have 2 or 3, but even then, that's just too many. It's pathetic. And you know how she handles that? That's up to her. But I'm just saying right now, that doesn't make the character of Reva any better or worse, in my opinion.
The writing, the directing, the production of the show is what makes or break. I mean, obviously, the actress brings a lot to the table by playing the part, but just the actress having the part is not going to make or break the character. It's what they do, how they.
If you had anybody of any color, if you had an alien there in its place, it still would have been a crap character.
It would have been a lot. It would have been like that Frick guy from episode 3, who I learned, by the way, was played by Zach Braff of Scrubs.
But I like that. I like that guy.
He was a traitor. He sold them out to the Empire.
Yes. But he wormed your way into your heart by being all charming and stuff.
He molded his way.
That's a good bad character. That's a good bad character.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
In honor of Eric, I am ready to monologue.
We haven't been monologuing already.
Oh.
Maranya brings up.
You almost made me curse there, Zach. Like really curse.
You already did. Maranya brings up a good point, though.
I don't care if it's the truth. Maranya, yes, Baby Yoda, Grogu needs to give his series. Wait, what's this? Baby Yoda's not getting ready to marry Reva. He's far too old for her.
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
he's 50.
He is 50.
All right, let me go get Baby Yoda. Jeez.
All right, I'll keep. Yeah.
Okay.
God, he's right there, isn't he? Oh my gosh, he's as big as you are now. So either you're shrinking or he's growing.
He's a big boy. Yes. Okay, Baby Yoda. Let us hear your thoughts. Overall, he has enjoyed Obi-Wan. He is very happy to see Obi-Wan as he is. There's a lot that he is able to enjoy. But there are some rough spots around. All right, I'm going to put you down there.
He's cursing a lot.
No, you're going to go down.
Who uses language like that, Grogu? God, you're supposed to be a Jedi.
Well, Luke should have helped him out a little more.
R2's like giving him cursing lessons or something. R2 curses a lot. They bleep out all the words that he says.
I know. He's ready to learn more, is what Baby Yoda's saying.
How many more can you learn?
But I did not kidnap Baby Yoda. Jeez.
He just popped up one day and never left.
I know. I've tried to get rid of him. It hasn't worked out.
But yeah, he might need his diaper change.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not even in the same house as you, so don't look at me.
At least Grogu and Reva are old enough to consent. Oh God. He doesn't even say anything yet. He doesn't say words.
Why are we at this point of the conversation? Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I think it's time
How
to
did we
wrap
get
it
here?
up.
How did we get here? I think you're right. I think it's time to be like Jedi robes and wrap it up. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, we didn't even talk about the cool part though.
The finale, the little bit
final
at the end.
So Obi-Wan, he moves out of the cave. It's like the end of Friends. They move out of the apartment. This is Obi-Wan moving out of that hobo cave he was in.
Yeah, because the hobo cave was near Luke.
Exactly. So he goes to the Skywalker farm. He actually says hello there to Luke, and then he gets on his Eopie and he's going off. And then we see the Force ghost of Liam Neeson, Qui-Gon Jinn, and it almost made me laugh. The line, he's like, "Well, it took you long enough," which I mean, he does have a point.
Yeah.
It did take. When did Revenge of the Sith come out? That was back in 2005. So yeah, it's been like 17 years. It did take him long enough. But yeah, there's a little. He says like 2 or 3 sentences to Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then he just goes off riding his Eopie into the sunset or the sunrise. So, but yeah, that's it. And then that's where the show ends. We don't get like one of those Kenobi will return in season 2. We didn't get one of those, but.
I know Ewan McGregor says that he's willing to do more. But I'm going to be honest. Like I said, most of this series is just completely unnecessary.
Really?
That doesn't make it bad, but it's unnecessary, and thus pushing it on for a season 2.
I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
We don't need it. I'm also going to say I realize now, Tilliam saying that I need my diaper change. I don't wear diapers.
Yeah, he's got a hand that just with really long fingers.
So close. So close. Yes. Liam does make a cameo. When he did an interview saying that, I would never go on for TV, everybody knew he was full of crap because he did it for a cartoon.
He did. He did voice Qui-Gon in an episode of Clone Wars. That's the one where they go to the...
He's just been waiting for his opportunity to come back as Qui-Gon, and that's why in Tales of the Jedi, which is supposed to come out later this year, an animated series, he is going to be playing older Qui-Gon while his son plays young Qui-Gon.
Really? Oh, that's... Yeah, I noticed that all the people that play the Jedi, I think maybe they played most of the characters in the prequel, they all like jump at the chance to come back and reprise those roles because they enjoyed playing them so much. Like Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, Liam Neeson. Samuel L. Jackson's trying to get back in there. Let Samuel L. Jackson back in, dang it. God
he hasn't settled. He hasn't settled on doing a cartoon, but
no, he shouldn't. You shouldn't, Liam. If you're, I almost called him Liam Neeson. Samuel L. Jackson, if you're watching this, don't settle. Get in their face and let them put you in Boba Fett so you can fight Boba Fett or something like that.
But that doesn't work timeline-wise. Why would Mace Windu, after falling out the window, go to the bottom of Coruscant and then just do nothing for about 30 years? Why?
Revenge is a long game. It's best served cold.
I don't know what a total Felix is, Ed Brewer, but
yeah, I don't know what a Felix is. But it was an all right show.
We need to do a remake of The Odd Couple with Kenobi and Vader.
Can these two masters of the Force live in the same apartment without driving each other crazy?
Froggy, your comment is just wrong on all sorts of
Ian
levels.
McGregor says he gets fan art like that, and they ask him to sign it. I feel sorry for the guy. He has to look at pictures of that. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if somebody brought you a picture they drew of you and Froggy in that situation, shipped together? Can you imagine that?
I need a cleanup droid, please. Oh.
I need a brain scrubber, actually, because as I was saying,
you're the one who said it.
I know. I don't like myself for thinking it.
You shouldn't like yourself, Zach. You really shouldn't.
I clearly don't. I'm awake at almost 4 in the morning talking Star Wars.
Of course you'd say that, Frog. Of course you'd say it. Well, bye. Yes, we're going to end up right here. Overall, it was a solid series. I'll say
it is. I give it probably like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
I'd say a 7. I'd say a 7 is good. It wasn't great the whole way through, but there's a lot to pick out and selectively enjoy. Definitely some scenes. I liked young Leia. I know some people didn't for some reason, but I really did.
She did a good job, I thought, for young Leia.
She did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
She nailed being little Leia.
Yeah, young Leia was good. Jimmy Smits. I mean,
what is Jimmy Smits?
He just always crushes it, right? Ian McGregor, of course, is great. Hayden Christensen, whenever he showed up, was really good. James Earl Jones just doing lines as Vader is awesome. So there is good stuff.
Okay. When you rate something out of 10, it's a very complicated matter because 10 is supposed to be your best, right?
10 is like an A. Like 100 is an A or an A plus, right? So like when I was in school, 100 or 90 to 100 was an A. 7 or 70 was like a C. So that's how I'm kind of looking at it as like a C. It's not like A material. Mandalorian is A material. Kenobi's kind of like C plus. So it passes.
I'd settle for a B.
I'd say B minus at the most. Is what I mean. I don't think it gets above a B plus for me.
No, it does not get above a B plus because it's not.
Again, it's just not necessary. Yeah.
When you have something that exists purely to exist, it sadly sits in that place. But it is what it is. I think 7, comparatively, whenever you're going out of 10, stands for 7 for solid. Ha!
7 for solid. Yeah. No, and look, it's still passing. I mean, it's not like it flunked or anything.
Yeah.
But it's just
you could have done better.
You could have done better. I tell people, look, I've been saying all through watching this show, I've been recommending if you ever see the novel Kenobi from like the expanded universe days, definitely worth reading or even listening to. Really good story there. I would have loved to have seen them adapt that, actually. I think it would have been really cool to see. But Kenobi is a C plus.
What do you want to bet that Sam Witwer, whenever he turns on each episode, he just goes ahead and he does his, his little scream. I love seeing videos of him as he does it for people, and he almost broke his microphone because of just how loud he reached.
Jeez.
It's like me screaming a certain webbed figure that we all know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's funny, actually, though, because there's that final scene of Vader and he's on the planet and he shouts Obi-Wan. I thought that's funny because Darth Maul shouts Kenobi. So it's like he just leaves his villains lying on their knees in the sand, yelling his name, just differences, first or last name. But,
well, at least Obi-Wan had the gall to finish off Maul.
That's true.
That sounds wrong. We're ending now. We want to thank you so much, but we want to hear what you think. So make sure to leave a comment down below. Also, like and subscribe helps out the channel a lot. We've mostly enjoyed Kenobi. I think that we're happy with what we got. We got to see Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker / Kenobi. Sorry, Vader.
Getting to see Ewan McGregor, I mean, that in itself is worth the price of admission. Because Ewan McGregor, for me, has been one of my favorite parts in all of Star Wars.
Yep.
Throughout the years, so that was worth it for me. But yeah.
So that being said, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. There should be another Star Wars series right around the corner, and we'll see you for that one soon. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and bye!
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
Always.
Forgot to mention that the Emperor does show up to tell Vader to calm his tits. But that's it. Yeah. Vader wants to go after Kenobi, but he says no. And like the black screen there, that's where we go. Bye!